I asked, you answered. Next thing that you guys requested on my Facebook page for me to read about was success. So here is your first pick a card. What is it that you need to be successful? Choose your card, listen to the explanation video attached, and guess what? You're well on the way. Beautiful people. So if you all have never scoured YouTube and saw pick a card, you guys can just type that in and you'll see several tarot pick a cards. If you guys have never seen one, well, you are in for a treat, because this is one all about your success, whether success in business, whether success in school, whether success in a relationship, whatever it is, all you have to do is pick the deck that most calls out to you. Some of you are going to be on the fence like, oh, okay, 2 calls out to me, but 3 calls out. But wait a second, I love purple, so 1 calls out. Calm down. This is not a right or wrong answer, because I don't even know what cards are which. I'm looking at the decks just like you. So when I unveil them, you guys will unveil them. Choose deck 1, 2, or 3. I know for you guys it would be like 1, 2, 3, but it's 1, 2, or 3. You guys are seeing it on the screen now. Hopefully, just choose a deck and let's get started. I really want all of you to be successful. You know, that is what Pushy Muse is all about. When people finally break it down, I just want to inspire you to be better, to do better, to reach your goals. So the only way to do that is to kind of, you know, do what your guys have already been doing. Boost you, push you, drag you down that path that you're supposed to be going on. But the only way I can do it today is if you pick a deck. So pick your deck and then go right to whatever the corresponding card's timestamp is, and let's take it from there. All right? See you then. Hello, beautiful people. So if you are seeing my face right now, that means you chose deck number 1, or deck A, or the deck all the way to the left. Whatever it is, that's the one you chose. So let's get started in seeing the keys for your success, okay? Remember, I don't know what these cards show underneath them, so we're gonna get there together. It does not matter if it's a relationship, it doesn't matter if it's a job, career, business, family, whatever success looks like for you, that's what this is going to be about. So I'm going to put this card to the side. I'm going to put this card to the side. It actually says I should read this one first, so I will. Wow. Okay. What do you need to release? Waxing moon. Okay, so in order for you all to be successful, some of you need to let go of some really old ideals. Some people have put it in your head that you can't make it unless you do this, that, and the other. Some people say, well, you need to know a certain person for a certain amount of time in order for it really to work. You need to have a certain degree. You need to be doing certain things for a long time in order for things to really work in your favor. You need to have a set sum of money. You need to have this equipment and do this and that and the other. Listen. Release all those, because all those are fears and excuses. Stop holding on to fears and excuses. You have to take the bull by the horns and really go for what you know. Remember, as I always tell you all, if it is put inside of you, you don't get to choose your favorites, your goals, your dreams, none of that. Those things are all implanted inside of you. If they are implanted there, that is your roadmap. I need you to release all fears and everything. Fears are the difference between people who do it and people who say they want to do it, dream about do it, but make several excuses. We can't be those people. Let go of your fears. Let go of the traits that hold you back. If you want to be in finances, you kind of got to let go of, you know, your emotional ties with money that cause you to spend frivolously. If you want to be married and in a healthy relationship, you probably want to not cheat on people or abuse them and manipulate them, so on and so forth. If you want, if your goal for success with your family is to make sure that your kids come to you and talk to you, or you can repair bonds with family, you might want to learn to listen. You might want to learn to not be so emotionally invested in what you think that you can't see anyone else's perspective. All right? Okay? All right. So let's see. We've got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Not even sure if you guys can see this. Four of Swords in reverse. King of Cups. Nine of Pentacles. And the Three of Cups. Let me tell you this. For some of you, you have broken bonds, you have broken ties with people, maybe things that you didn't want to do because of who you feel you used to be. Some of you have come a long way. Pretty much everybody who chose this card has come a long way. You're not who you were. As a matter of fact, you're not who you were even after you finish listening to this video. I need you to applaud where you are today. Even if you swear you have a lot of work that you need to do. Applaud the fact that you even went out on a limb to look at this video and say, I want to do better. Let me just be curious. Even if I don't believe in all this stuff, let me just be curious and see what it would take for me to have success. Success is betterment of your life. Now, I'm going to need you all to take accountability. What do you need to release? I need you all to take accountability of the fact that you have allowed society, the universe, your own self to kind of diminish your value. And you're like, no, Marcia, I think the best. No, you don't. Because if you thought the best of yourself, you'd already have the success you desired. You'd already be gung-ho, already on top of it. I need you to take some risks. Now, your guides are saying calculated risks, meaning don't overthink it, but don't be gullible. See, you've been gullible enough, and that is why you have some of the prejudices you have. That is why you have some of the superstitions you have, because you buy into whatever is being told to you. I'm not saying run off and be a conspiracy theorist. I'm saying at the end of the day, full circle, if you have a desire, whatever anyone else on the outside is saying, you got tunnel vision. I need besides marching to the beat of your own drum, I need you to exude joy. I need you to exude happiness. I need you to work on being very emotionally stable. Very emotionally stable. If you are looking into becoming an entrepreneur, or you are an entrepreneur, I need you to really understand that you are the head. Everyone is going to be looking at you. Now, they're not only going to be looking at your brand, they're going to be looking at you. You before your brand. Is this person someone I can trust? Is this person someone that is just irrational? Some people are irrational, and that's their brand. What is your target audience? Who is your target audience? How do your target audience maintain their day-to-day life? What are their mannerisms stereotypically? You are going to have to be the head. For those of you that chose this and you weren't thinking about success, your part is still coming up. You're going to have to be emotionally sound at the end of the day. Some of you suffer from immaturity, and I know that you're ready to shut this video off and be like, no, that's not me. If that is one of your reactions, this is most definitely talking about you. Now, as you know, I don't attack, I don't judge, because we all have our stories. We all morph into different individuals. What I am saying is, you're always going to have people that knock you down. Whether this is your desire to have a loving, caring relationship, whether this is to reunite your family, whether this is to get a promotion, whether this is to become an influencer, whatever it is, whether this is to have a certain amount in your bank account, whatever it is, your desire is there, and I need you to know this. Your desire is there, but your desire needs to lead the way. If you want to be an entrepreneur, what is it that you truly want? Do you want the glitz and glam and the fame and the notoriety? Or do you really have something that you want to push out there? Are you focused on the likes and the follows and the dollars? Or are you really focused on whatever you have to put out there, changing lives? What is more important? You really have to take stake and say, what is really important to me? For those of you wanting love, for those of you wanting a reuniting of your family, what have you done to make a difference? If things come back the same exact way they were before with family, like let's say even with love, let's say you meet the same type of people over and over again, are your response to those same type of people gonna be different? Have you acknowledged the fact that sometimes you are the problem? Have you acknowledged the fact that sometimes the issue is you? Have you acknowledged the fact that sometimes you make a mountain out of a molehill? Have you acknowledged the fact that you cling on to people before they even give you the green light to do so? What are you doing that is different? Are you making sure that your life is full? Are you making sure you have hobbies? Or are you someone that just wants someone to just solely focus on you? Understand what you're asking the universe for, and understand whatever your toxic traits are, and let those go. When it comes to reuniting families, when it comes to doing things like that, understand that just because you are ready for closure, just because you are ready to mend fences, doesn't mean anyone else is. And that's fair. They have that right. You woke up saying you want to do this. They did not. Be able to come at them calmly. Be able to understand that and acknowledge the fact that what you're doing is more for you than them. And you're going to say, no, Marcia, I really want to reunite my family. This is not more for me than them. This is best for them. If it's on your heart to do, this is more of where you are in your journey right now. Some of you really did things to destroy your family, whether it was infidelity, drugs, violence, whatever. Applaud yourself for how far you've come, if you have come far, which I'm sure you have. Be patient and understand that it takes people time. Don't be surprised if they throw things in your face. Don't be surprised, any of that. And just understand that sometimes the test is you not getting what you want when you want it. When it comes to the family situation, some of you are so impatient that if you get blocked out, if a person rejects where you are right now, you'll be like, well, I'll just go back to what I was doing. Why am I even doing this? No one asked you to do this. You're doing this for you because this is your journey. If you have that type of reaction, you need to let go of the immaturity. For those of you This has everything to do with finances. This has everything to do with business. This has everything to do with structure. Understand why you are watching this video right now. Understand that unless you have altered your mentality, unless you have altered the way you see financial gains and losses, that you are going to repeat the same cycle. Anyone can open up a business. Not everyone can make it a success. Anyone can make short-term success, happen. You're like, Marcia, you just said not everyone can make success. Well, watch this. Everyone can make something happen, but how long will it take for old habits to rear their head? How long will it take for the accounting to get kind of lax? How long will it take for you to start taking more from your business than you're putting into it? How long? Some of you need to kind of let go of the me in situations. You need to let go of the I in situations. Whatever your brand is, it's a living, breathing entity of its own. Yes, it's connected to you, but it's a living, breathing entity of its own. Whatever it is, it could be a gym, it could be a store, it could be a salon, it could be a parlor, it could be online, whatever it is, it's its own thing. Some of you, your biggest hang up is being too ashamed to blast your brand out there. Being too ashamed to let the world know that it exists. Being too ashamed that you only get 2 likes for something. Being so ashamed that you don't have a lot of followers. Being so ashamed that you're comparing yourself to people that have been doing the same thing you have for 10, 20 years. Some of you are so ashamed because you woke up one day and was like, I want to do this, but no one believes that I can actually do this, so maybe I'll just wait on it. Release all the excuses and put together your guerrilla marketing campaign and take the world by storm. 9 times out of 10, the people around you are not the people that are going to support you. This is not their path, this is not their journey, and you're not doing it for them specifically. The people that will follow you, that will be die-hard customers, are people that you have never even met. And if you don't put yourself and your brand out there, they never will. So, I'm just letting that out be known. What do you need to release? You all need to release the fears and excuses that are causing you to repeat the same cycles over and over again and causing you to be stagnant instead of grow. Let's see, what else? 4 of Wands. I asked, what was holding you back? That card is very telling, and it's very telling for one major reason. I don't care how you read this card, but some of you are waiting for the universe to pretty much run your business for you. Some of you are waiting for the universe to bring your love, the love of your life, to your front door, make them say the right thing, do the right thing, want you forever, and do all the things that you want, not disregarding what they may need. Some of you are waiting for family and such to come back to you and reignite things and make dues and apologies and just welcome you back in with no effort on your part. Some of you are waiting for celebrities and such to say, oh my God, I bumped into this person. Let me just blast them and their business out there. Now everyone accepts it. What is holding you back is not doing the work and being too afraid to accept rejection. What is holding you back is not having enough passion and belief in your desires to bring them to fruition. You believe the naysayers. You believe when somebody is kind of diminishing what you're doing. You believe everything except the fact that you are the truth. That is holding you up, and that is what you need to release. Your success is going to come at your hands. And the crazy thing is, your card says success at the top. Your success is going to come by your hard work, by your due diligence, by your perseverance, by showing the universe how much you want it, even when it says, gone somewhere. Do the work so you can have what you want. All right? I hope you all enjoyed this first pick a card reading. There will be more. There still will be dailies and so on and so forth. If you want to book with me, pushymuse.com or facebook.com/pushymuse. Either way, it just depends on how you want to do it. So if you enjoyed this, if it did something for you, if it did not, I love it if you comment down below. Comment wherever you see this video. It does not matter, but I would love it if you leave it in the comments so we can have a conversation. So this was for pile A, pile 1, pile all the way to the left. I'm wishing you all the success on your journey. Have a good one. Bye. Let me guess. You chose pile 2. Hello, beautiful people. Hello, 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 and welcome to you and I's together, our very first pick a card. So, you chose pile 2, pile B, the center pile. Whether it's success in relationships, success in love, success in family, success in business, success with your career, success with finances, success with mental issues, whatever it is, as you know, Pushy Muse is all about rooting you on. It's all about pushing you. I want to inspire you to just do whatever you want to do. So let's get started. Let's see. Now you guys know I haven't seen these cards. Well, I hope you know that. I haven't seen these cards. I just did my thing and put them together, and we're gonna see what we got. So let's see about the keys to your success. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. This is beautiful. Why is this beautiful? Because look, there's so much doubt. I'm like on fire right now. Not on fire, you guys, like, but you have so much doubt. It almost brings tears to my eyes for some of you because you live in your own cocoon of hell, where you are forever being told you're not enough. And no one has to tell you that directly. You see it on TV, you see it on the internet, you get rejected by people. People look you over, pass you over, and if they do say you're beautiful, they're still missing the amazing qualities about you that they don't even know. Some of you have started to emulate those same types of people, where you spread hatred, where you troll, where you have these manic type mood swings that you don't understand why you just can't just bring some love into this. Stop doubting who you are and where you're meant to go. I've said it a billion times and I will say it again. Your favorites, your dreams, your goals, your visions, those are yours. No one else around you. None of us are privy to them. None of us believe in them like you do. And if you don't believe in them, it's a shame. You know why? Because that's your roadmap. When people say they're lost, turn to what you already know inside of you. Turn to you have so much talent and love at your feet that It's like somebody on the outside looking in and be like, wow, how are they missing that? How do they not see who they are? Don't let what society is saying and bringing and putting into the equation stop you from what you need to do. If you want to open a business where people can come in and pet turtles between the hours of 9 a.m. and 12 p.m., you open a business and let these people come in and pet these turtles because there is a demand for it. If you want love and society says, well, you don't look the part, where you don't act the part, where you've got this going on, where you've done this, tell society to back off. Some of you are too short, too round, too skinny, too dark, too light. You have too many felonies. You have too many children. You have too many divorces. You have too many bills. That doesn't exist. Tell society to go to hell. Tell society to mind all their own gosh darn business. Because if you want love and that's in you, you're going to have love. You just got to have it for you first. Sucks, right? Don't worry, I've seen posts that say, no, you don't have to. You don't have to love you first for somebody. Okay. You don't have to love you first? Tell me the people you've ended up with because you didn't love with you first. Tell me the people you ended up with because you didn't know your body, your form, the way you needed to know it and the way you needed to please it first. I won't go there, but I'm just gonna keep that in mind. Just because it's written doesn't mean that the person that wrote it knows what they're talking about. And that even goes for me. You guys say it for me too. Difference of opinion means that we all can learn and grow from each other. Okay? So, just saying. Let's get into these cards because as some of you know, I can have a whole reading on an oracle card. As long as I'm picking up their different energies, I'm there. We have the Lover's card in reverse. What did I say you are? I just said that. We have 5 of Cups. You guys, we literally just said this. 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Temperance. And 6 of Wands. Let me tell you this. I'm going to start off with my business owners. As a matter of fact, this will apply to all of you. Anybody who chose this second deck, B, whatever, middle, this all applies to you. So if I'm saying about love, I'm saying about business, if I'm saying about your credit score, it still all applies. You all have done such a detriment to yourself. I don't care if you're on cloud 9. I don't care if you're the best looking thing in the world. I don't care if you have $1 million. You still don't have what you need. And for some reason, you seem to, I don't want to say hate yourself, but you seem to go against the grain. And versus striving towards your happiness, towards your success, you tend to do things that either stagnate things or make things stagnant or just kind of take things down a couple notches. Some of you have things that could easily be wiped off your credit. And you haven't sent those things in, you haven't sent those dispute letters in, done them on, whatever you want to do. Some of you are still letting somebody have access to your body, knowing good and darn well that they don't want you like that. Some of you won't even go to Fiverr and pay $5 for I don't know what quality. It don't matter what quality, because all those artists started off at $5 and then they jumped to like $400. But you won't even start up a social media page for your business. You're waiting for the universe to hold your hand, but what you really are, you're so used to losing. You're so used to being disappointed that you're kind of stuck there. How are you so used to being disappointed, yet you have so much that you want? How are you so used to being put down, yet you give so freely to the world, to society? If you chose this card, I will say you are not a crap individual. All your life, you have wanted to be praised for different things. You have saw yourself. I don't want to say saw your name in lights or anything, because we're not in the 20s. But what I am saying is, You want the notoriety. You want the glory in a good way. You want someone to choose you. You want, people to know you. But right now you have the opportunity to do that. Right now, everybody's eyes are on the internet. Right now, there's all the time in the world and you're still not doing it. For those of you that want love, everybody is online dating. We're not going outside doing this, that, and the other. Even the reckless people, who are they finding? They're not finding anybody with good sense. They're only finding people that are just as crazy as them. Everything you want right now is at your feet. You asked for it and we gave it to you. No, we didn't give you a virus and whatever. But universe said, okay, you know what? I'm going to do this last time for you. You want a business? You have all the time in the world to start it. I didn't even give you an end date for when this is happening. You have time. Everyone else is on pause. You have time. I didn't say you're going to catch up to somebody that's been doing it 15 years, but I said I'm going to give you a good foot in the door. You want love? Every man that you want and don't need is online. You want a wife? Every woman that you could possibly think of is online. Whether you'll ever meet them in person or not, they're online. Nobody's shutting off the internet right now, so you don't have to pay your bill, but you can still get a date. You have all these wants and needs, but you don't have enough love and understanding for who you are to really push yourself out there to get it. You have to be in love with you, and you have to believe in your business. If you want to reunite family, understand your wrongs if there were any wrongs on your part. If you want to reunite family, understand that just because you woke up wanting to do that doesn't mean the other people want to do that. Understand that sometimes it's just saying, look, I tried and I'm going to keep it moving. Not everybody was meant to be in your life, even if they were there when you were born. Such is life. You want the praise, you want the recognition, you want people to see you in a way that you have not openly seen yourself. You can have a billion dreams of what you want, of being an influencer, of being a person that walks in the room and just stops everybody's and just drops their jaws. But what are you doing to attain those things? What are you doing to say, you know what, I'm going to be married by 2022, 2020, whatever. Yeah, some of you can be married right after quarantine if you want. Stop setting yourself up for failure. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say this, and it applies if it came into my head, because my godly, I have never had a reading. I do them every single day, and I'm not even talking about the ones on YouTube. And I've never had this pop up. Stop using those gosh darn filters. If you want somebody to be with you, and this is about love, put the real you out there. What you are doing when you use these filters is showing insecurities. What you're doing when you're doing things from different angles, and everybody loves flattering angles. Everybody. I can have the prettiest cover photo, y'all, and y'all can see me. Y'all can pause, and I'll be looking like this or something. You know what I'm saying? I'll be looking crazy. If you want somebody who finally sees you and understands you and knows you, don't catfish, if that makes sense. Don't put a glamorized version of you up. Just put you up. There are too many people that have not been glamorized a day in their life that are blissfully happy with their mates. For those of you that are in business, now is your time. Many of you are not going to get a second chance. You will be like those people that are shoulda, coulda, woulda. It's like spirits that are in, purgatory, where you see them just still here and like, what you doing? Okay, I'm just doing this. I should have done all this when I was alive, but I didn't, so I'm just going to keep repeating the same cycle. Listen, you're going to be walking up and down the street saying shoulda, coulda, woulda. This is your time to shine. If you don't believe in this business, what are you doing? If you don't believe in you, what are you doing? Yes, we have all suffered pain. We've all suffered heartbreak. We've all suffered disappointments. We get up and we keep it moving. We keep it moving. Nobody gets to get out of life without having some gut-wrenching heartbreak go on at some point in time. Some of us multiple times. Bring love into this situation. How am I going to be obsessed with a business you're not even obsessed with? How am I going to be obsessed with you when you? I had rambled and rambled and rambled and didn't know that the camera had stopped. But when I did play it back, I heard that this braid was all hitting this mic left and right. So let's do it like this. I need, because I'm sure you have missed a big gap of stuff, I need you all to be obsessed with you. All the things that you want. I want to reunite my family. I want a promotion. I want to create this business. I want to have love. Everything is at your disposal. There is no reason that you should be thinking about any horrible things that people have said to you, any rejection. I need you to pursue your passions. Now, I don't know where I stopped. I just replayed a little bit of it and I was like, why is this video so short? So if I'm saying something once, I say it a billion times. You guys already know in reading. So I repeat myself constantly. If I can say anything, and I'm going to say this with all the passion in my heart for you guys, because I'm about to get emotional. That's how you can tap into somebody's emotions. I say this. It's time for you to get greedy. It's time for you to get greedy. It's time for you to get, and only take this like 2% of the way, a little reckless with your dreams. It's time for you to take all that pain and rejection and hurt and all that other stuff that you've been through. It's time for you to use that and harness that and turn it into something very beautiful. Your card, Ace of Swords. But this particular deck that I use is one of my darker decks. And I use it for a reason, because even cards that you would think were sweet and wonderful, they kind of go doom and gloom, gloom and doom. I kind of want to get up out my seat and yell at you and shake you, because you are so worried about losing. What if I get the perfect person and then I say something or do something wrong and I lose them as usual? What if I build this business and someone tries to undercut me, or a rival business takes all my clients, or this, that, and the other? What if I go back to rekindle things with my family and then something else just tears us apart? You are already thinking about the what ifs and what's going wrong and so on and so forth. You are not just enjoying the moment. And the moment hasn't even happened yet. Ask yourself, why don't you deserve amazing things? Ask yourself, why do you keep letting fear and negativity transform how you move? How you move. Bring love into this situation, whatever this situation is, because that is the one thing that you are missing, and that is the one reason why you are not successful. That is one reason why you have not found your mate. That is the one reason why your business has not skyrocketed. That is one reason why you don't have that promotion. That is the one reason why things are going on with family. That is the one reason why your credit score is looking the way it's looking. That is the one reason why you still have this emotional financial pull when it comes to money. You are the prize. I need you to believe that, though. That's the thing. I need you to believe that. I need you to know that. I need you to stop thinking that you're going to put your foot in your mouth. I need you to understand that you cannot fully enjoy the moment if you're not fully enjoying the moment. You're not going to be able, you're going to just sit there and worry, worry, worry. Why continue to worry about what ifs and what mays versus just enveloping yourself in, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to listen to what I want, and that's it. We're not going to, nothing else. This is the universe saying, this is your time. This is your prime opportunity. Take it. If you don't take it, good luck in the future. Because they have literally opened the gates for you. All right, you all? So, y'all, we did it. A little technical issues, but we did it. This was our very first pick a card reading together. So if you watched them on the internet, cool. But this is our very first together. That is special. And you are on your way to success, whatever that looks like. If you want to follow me, do so. But this reading was for you. Now, would I love it if you did so? Absolutely. Absolutely. Maybe I can start posting different kind of readings on different platforms. But what I would like from you seriously right now is if you would just comment down below and tell me if this works, if it doesn't work, how the reading did for you. Remember, I'm doing my passion. So help me help you. If helping you is helping me, let's work together. Remember, this is something you don't have to pay for. So, but if you want a private reading, pushymuse.com and facebook.com/pushymuse. Those are the two ways you can book me. But right now we're talking about something that didn't cost you anything but time. And as a matter of fact, you could have done other stuff while you were listening to this. So comment down below if this worked, if it didn't, if there's any other type of readings you want. You can make them eerily specific. Wouldn't that be so cool if you had an eerily specific reading for you that someone filmed or recorded and bam, it was out there? I'm just saying. You guys have been amazing, wonderful. I love it if you share this. But like I said, even more so if you just comment down below and let me know. Let us have a full conversation. A full conversation. So thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Have a good one, you all. Hi. Pile number 3. Pile C. Pile all the way to the right. Let's make some things happen here. Let's really make some things happen here. So I learned from the other videos to move this ponytail out of the way so it doesn't hit the mic, and I also learned that I had to face this camera facing me so it doesn't randomly shut off. So you guys will probably have the most perfect, technically perfect reading, as technically perfect as possible. So welcome, welcome, welcome. This is our first pick a card. And this is pretty much your keys to success, to your happiness, whether it's with family, whether it's about love, whether it's about business, your career, money, whatever it is. This is about your success. This is for you. So you chose this card, and since I don't know what's underneath it, the only way I'm gonna know is to flip them over. Y'all thought I could read between paper? I don't think I've ever tried that. So your card. You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. You know it's true. You know it's true. The reason you're harder on yourself than anyone else. Yeah, you've had some rough people in your life that instead of showing you kindness, they showed you their tail to kiss. Whether they were the ones that gave birth to you, or they were the ones that told you they loved you, whether they, whatever. I don't care if you've made 129 mistakes. That does not mean that on your 130th try at life, you can't meet someone amazing that you won't screw over, that won't screw you over. That doesn't mean that this 130th business idea won't knock it out the park and put you in Forbes. That doesn't mean that on your 130th try at getting a promotion, you won't land that job and your boss's job eventually. On the 130th try, it doesn't mean that family's gonna slam the door in your face and say they want nothing to do with you. It doesn't work like that. It's not gonna work like that. You are good enough. And because you don't believe in you, and because you don't believe you are deserving, and because you don't believe that you should truly have, and because you don't believe that people will believe in you, you don't have. At the end of the day, you could pay hundreds to align chakras, buy candles, do whatever. But the simple reason why you don't have the success you have, or want, shall I say, because when we're done with all this back and forth, you should have that success eventually. You all will at different times, if you do the work. But I need you to know you are your undoing. You are the reason that things in your life are lacking. And some of you are ready to turn this off and say, absolutely not, Marcia. You're ready to blame someone else. Marcia, I don't have my job right now because someone set me up and I got fired. Marcia, I don't have my marriage right now because someone stepped in it and did whatever. You ask the universe for different things at different points in time. Some of you asked for a marriage that was fulfilling and wonderful and grand and healthy, and you entered into something that wasn't, that you thought was. The universe heard your desires, heard your requests, and was like, now's a good time to kind of slide in there and remove them from this, because this person is ready, and when they do the work, they'll end up in that situation. Some of you were ripped out of your career, or what you thought was your career, to end up doing what you needed to do, your passion, your dream, your whatever. Some of you want to start businesses and you are like, but Marcia, I don't have enough of X, Y, Z. Excuses, more excuses, and a layer of excuses. I don't care if you want to say your degree, money, things, whatever it is. You're making excuses. Excuses are not going to take you far. And they have ended you up right here, wondering how to get to them, and being told by a woman in pigtails that you are the reason you don't have. Such is life, right? Let's see. The World card. I know you guys probably can't even see these. Page of Cups. Death card in reverse. Eight of Wands. King of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh wee. Stop overthinking. Ooh, I'm getting upset. Stop overthinking. Stop doing this to yourself. Stop doing this to yourself. Understand the fact that whatever you were pulled from, you were meant to be pulled from. Stop trying to cling your way back to certain scenarios. You want a business, then open your gosh darn business. You don't need to go work a 9 to 5 to start something. You don't need to work a 9 to 5 to You're full of bright ideas. But where is the passion for those ideas? Where is the passion? The reason that you don't have the success is because you can be the smartest woman or man in the room at any given time. But your mentality towards what you need to do to get from point A to point B has not changed. You can see what you need to do, but you will not do the work. You overthink it. You make excuses. You delay versus saying, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And not say I'm gonna. I don't even know if that's proper English. I don't know. But just do it. You guys get so wrapped up in your stubbornness and thinking that you know everything that when it's time to deliver, you come with a world of excuses. Do you know how backwards that sounds? And I know some of you are like, you telling me I live in this shell. I understand that. Why don't you have what you want? For some of you, you want to be married. The internet is your friend right now. I don't want an online date. Well, how else are you going to meet somebody? Your dream person could be right online because it's not too good for them. I want to start a business, but you know, it's so hard to get followers. It's so hard to do this, and it's so hard to brand, and people don't pay attention, and I got to pay all this money for advertising. Everyone and their great grandmother is on the internet right now, looking to catch the newest waves. They want to see what's new. They want to see what's out there. There are so many people that want to be in the know. What is your excuse? Some of you want to go back to relationships. For why? I was good. I was great. I was wonderful. I was what they needed. Were they what you needed? You are good enough, but why don't you think that you are better than just good enough? What is it that society has put in your head that makes you feel like you are so mediocre? What is it that... My business owners, for those of you that want success, ring your own horn. Don't make any more excuses. Just make moves. Don't make days worth of plans. Just act. You don't have time because you don't know when things are going to get back to the new normal. And then you've missed your window. Introduce these people to you now. You are no less than anybody else that you see on your screen. For those of you that want love, put your best foot forward and go for what you want. Be serious. Write with intention. Hi, I'm blah, 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 or I don't know how you started off, blah, blah. Well, I do know, but you guys, I used to write profiles for people, for men and women. So for me to say I don't know, write for who you want. You're not writing for you. You're writing to attract the person that you want, that you feel is good for you. Or you can just write for you and so on and so forth. Get out of your own way. If you have sticking points about yourself, I need you to understand that that's not going to work for you. If you have points that someone can't get to you, that they can't, like if someone says something or does something and it's like you're a know-it-all and no one can tell you anything, well, that's going to suck for you. Understand that there are some parts of yourself where you can be kind of difficult to deal with. Some of you have dated 1,000,000,001 different people and you're like, it didn't work. They always left me for someone else. Good, because you asked for something specific and they weren't it. Some of you say, I've tried a billion and one ideas and someone either always takes them or puts them out before me, or it just bombs. Good. That means that wasn't the idea. Do you know how many entrepreneurs do this? I've tried 1,000,001 times to be promoted, and it's always somebody that comes in. Okay, well, is this the company for you? And just because you tried 1,000,001 times, are you not going to try 1,000,002? How much do you really want this? See, the universe will test you in that way. You are good enough to have the love and success you want, but you aren't better than anybody that you get to dictate what they do and what they have going on. And by saying that, I mean this. Some of you want people that don't want you. You're good enough for that person, yes, but you aren't so good that if they don't want to be with you, shame on them. You're good enough to have that promotion, but if your company sees that someone is better fit in their eyes, why are they wrong? They're trying to make their bottom line at the end of the day. You've got to understand where you fit in and to make your own lane sometimes. Why aren't you getting what you want? Because you have not realized that you have to change some of your own ways of thinking. You aren't entitled to everything. You aren't entitled to everything that you think that you want. Oh, but Marcia, you said our dreams and goals are our roadmap. Okay, you dream of that person over there, but that doesn't mean you're entitled to have them. There's still free will. There's still things that, there's still things in place. Lead with all the love that you can muster for those of you that this has to do with relationships and family and so on and so forth. But understand where someone is. Understand where someone is. Understand that just because you have completed your journey around the sun, just because you've seen everything and done everything, it doesn't mean that you can go back and show up at your ex's doorstop or show up at your family's doorstop who you abandoned or whatever and say, okay, I've learned my lesson, I want to come back. Or okay, well, there's not much out there for me, so there must not be anything out there for you too, so let's just get back together. Like, there's learn to listen to people. If you haven't gotten a promotion at your job, career, whatever you would like to call it, just watch what you call it, but whatever you want to call it, understand why. Is this saying that you need to meet certain qualifications, or is it saying that, hey, I might want to go transfer and do something else to a different company, or I might want to start up my own? If you have not launched a business yet, sit down and think and understand why. What is it about you that you feel like you got to make all these excuses and have things perfectly aligned to start anything so it could be a success? Everything starts off funny and shaky. Even when celebs launch things, it's a little like, wait, what is this? Everyone gives it the side eye no matter what it is. Stop sitting on your ideas and just take off. All right, let's see what this card is. Four of Pentacles, Avarice. You're going to see people around you flourishing in their careers. You're going to see people around you starting businesses that you never thought would even do that. You're going to see people around you finding love, and you're like, how did they get a mate and I'm still? Because they pushed forth. They didn't want to be on the outside looking in. You're going to find yourself on the outside looking in if you don't change the way you view you and view life. Don't walk around feeling sorry for yourself, lacking confidence, and having the audacity. Like, how do you do that? If you want to start a business, start it now. If you want love, get out there on the internet. If you want to make amends with family that you've hurt, baby steps, because they have to be ready too. If you want a promotion, put your absolute best out there. Just every time the job comes up doesn't mean you have to apply to it, but really understand why you did not get it. And understand what this is telling you. Is there something better out there for you? We can't woe is me life. You want something? Go after it. Believe you deserve it. And if you don't get it the first time, the 7th time, the 180th time, say, is there something else I could do to get this? Hey, I wanted to start a business where people just open boxes for people. Interesting. But no one else believes that will work. But I wanted to invest all my money in it. So I invested like $10 in it and it failed. Maybe it was meant to fail. Maybe there's nothing wrong. Maybe, maybe I can do a different job that I actually believe in. See, you are good enough to be a business owner. No one said you have to go to business college business college. Well, there is a business college, but no one said that you had to go to some 4-year, elite university to study business. No one said that, you had to have a whole makeover to find love. No one is saying these things. We're just saying, believe that you are going to achieve it. Believe that you deserve it. That's it. That's it. You don't truly believe it. Whatever hang up you have, whatever insecurity you have, you're letting that fester and push excuses out there. You want success? It's yours for the taking. And now you have all the space and opportunity to get it. All right? All right? You guys, this was our first pick a card, which is amazing. I really hope that, this did something for you. Remember, this is my passion. So I'm going to ask one thing of you. I know I ask a lot. Comment down below if it helped, if it didn't, if it offended, if it made you laugh, whatever it did. Let's have a really healthy conversation so I can see where I want to go with these pick of cards and where you want me to go. Because there's really no point in me throwing it out there and throwing it out there and throwing it out there if it's not helping. And I'm sure whatever I put out is going to help some people, not just one person, but some people, but still. I want it to help you. So if you have anything specific you want me to look at, let me know. These are free readings. Let me know. So if you want a book, pushymuse.com and facebook.com/pushymuse. All right? All right? Have a good one. Bye.